This video contains heavy spoilers, including arcs from the book that have yet to come to pass in the series. Outlander fans are confused for the same reason amid the new Season 7 cast announcement. But what seems to be the matter? Also, we'll take a look at a full cast breakdown for the upcoming season. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Starting with Outlander fans confused for the same reason amid the new Season 7 cast announcement. Outlander recently revealed that among the series regulars, there will be 2 other characters returning for the upcoming 7th season. But given that both of these characters are most certainly dead, fans are a bit baffled over how their return is even possible. We're talking about Graham McTavish's Dougal MacKenzie and Lot Verbeek's Geillis Duncan, of course. Dougal found his end when he was stabbed by his nephew Jamie Fraser, and Geillis was beheaded by Claire Fraser. But now they're set to return. Fans are wondering how this is going to work. Are they dead? Yes, we promise you that. In the present of Outlander, both of these characters are dead. Most seem convinced that they will return in the form of flashbacks, but those who are familiar with the source material of Outlander, the novels written by Diana Gabaldon, have the finer details of the upcoming storyline. Season 7 of Outlander will mainly focus on the 7th book of the series, An Echo in the Bone. In it, both Dougal and Geillis are present, though not in the presence of Claire and Jamie, but very much alive. There is a moment where Roger MacKenzie tells Buck MacKenzie that Geillis is his mother, but they're in 1739. And as far as Dougal goes, he pops up again when Roger bumps into him on Mackenzie's land. But until the new season drops, we won't know what they've decided to do with either of these storylines. And now, let's take a closer look at the full cast that is set to appear in the upcoming season of Outlander. First up, James Alexander Malcolm Mackenzie Fraser, also known as Jamie Fraser, but also known as MacDub to some. He's the husband of Claire, our main protagonist, and the patriarch of the Fraser family. As he was raised to be the Laird of Lallybroch, he is the perfect master for Fraser's Ridge. Jamie is well educated, fiercely loyal, and will do anything to protect his family. Jamie is portrayed by Sam Heughan in the Outlander series. Next, Claire Elizabeth Beecham Randall Fraser. Claire Fraser, a time traveler and a doctor, while in the 18th century considered a bit of a witch. She's the wife of Jamie Fraser with hands that can heal, and while she's compassionate, she's medically quite ruthless. But given that she was born and raised in the 20th century, her tongue has a tendency of getting her into trouble. Claire is portrayed by Katrina Balfe in the Outlander series. Following, Brianna Ellen Randall Fraser Mackenzie. Brianna is the second daughter of Claire and Jamie Fraser and the wife of Roger MacKenzie. She was born in Boston, Massachusetts in the 20th century and made her way to the 18th century when she thought her parents were in danger. Brianna has a particular combination of Fraser's stubbornness and a ferocious sense of independence, making her an absolute force to be reckoned with in both the 18th and 20th century. Brianna is portrayed by Sophie Skelton in the Outlander series. And now, Roger Jeremiah Wakefield Mackenzie. Roger is the adopted son of Reverend Reginald Wakefield and the husband of Brianna Mackenzie. He followed Brianna into the 18th century, where he's had more than his fair share of dangerous adventures. Despite that, he's compassionate to a fault, which sometimes is interpreted as a little too familiar or even inappropriate. Roger is portrayed by Richard Rankin in the Outlander series. Hold up, there's much more to come. The upcoming season of Outlander is absolutely brimming with cast members who are going to portray interesting characters indeed. Next, we'll take a look at everyone from Ian Murray to the mysterious Mercy Woodcock. Make sure to keep watching until the end of the video to find out more. Next up, Ian James Fitzgibbons Fraser Murray, better known as Young Ian, as not to confused with his father Ian Murray, but also bears the name Wolf's brother. He's the son of Ian and Jenny Murray, and very much a product of the many authentic influences on his life. Being a Scot, he wears these influences well, without becoming arrogant. He's portrayed by John Bell in the Outlander series. First up, Ian Alastair Robert MacLeod Murray. Ian Murray is the husband of Jenny Murray and the father of their 7 children. Claire has described him as having an undeniable authority despite his unassuming manner. He is a very close friend of Jamie, with whom he fought at the Battle of Domier. This is also where he lost his leg. Ian is portrayed by Stephen Cree in the Outlander series. Next, Janet Flora Arabella Fraser Murray. Jenny Murray is the sister of Jamie and the wife of Ian Murray. Young Ian is one of their 7 children. As she was born a true Fraser, only Jamie's stubbornness can be matched with Jenny's, as is her loyalty and love for her family. Jenny was portrayed by Laura Donnelly in earlier seasons of Outlander, but will be portrayed by Kristen Atherton from season 7 onwards. And now, Brian Robert David Fraser. Brian Fraser is the father of Jamie and Jenny and is also known as Brian Dubb. Sadly, he died a few years before Claire stumbled into Jamie's life. Jamie remembers him as tough but fair. Brian is portrayed by Andrew Whipp in the Outlander series. Following, Dougal MacKenzie. Dougal is the chieftain of Clan MacKenzie. He's a strong leader, commanding respect in any setting he puts himself in, and feared by many. Dougal is a staunch Jacobite and won't hesitate to anyone or anything for his own gain, or the good of the clan. While not devoid of kindness, he has a rather brute way of handling situations. Dougal is portrayed by Graham McTavish in the Outlander series. William Buckley MacKenzie. Buck MacKenzie is the illegitimate son of Dougal MacKenzie and Geillis Duncan, but he was raised by William John and Sarah MacKenzie after Geillis was condemned to die. Buck emigrated to America with his wife and their son Jeremiah. He's inclined to be jealous and can be a bit rash. He's portrayed by Diarmaid Murtagh in the Outlander series. Next, Lord John William Bertram Armstrong Grey. Lord John Grey is an English soldier and a diplomat who holds a special place in his heart for Jamie. Claire describes him as a sensitive, kind, and honorable man, which is probably why he's raising Jamie's son as his own. He's a closeted homosexual, the times being what they are, making him keenly aware of other people's demeanor and expressions. Lord John Grey is portrayed by David Barry in the Outlander series. Next up, Joan McKimmie. Joan McKimmie is the younger daughter of Leary and Simon McKimmie. She's generally kind-hearted and internally chastises herself whenever she has uncharitable thoughts. Joanne is portrayed by Layla Burns in the Outlander series. Following, Leary Mackenzie McKimmie Fraser Murray. Leary is the mother of Marsali and Joan McKimmie. When we first meet Leary, she's young and quite infatuated with Jamie and deathly jealous of Claire. While not much is known of her earlier life, we know that she didn't have it easy, which explains some of her less charitable characteristics. Leary is portrayed by Nell Hudson in the Outlander series. Next, Geillis Duncan. Geillis Duncan was born in the 20th century and is absolutely obsessed with the Jacobite uprising, which is why she ultimately finds her way to the 18th century. There, she is known to most as a witch. While she comes across as very charming, Geillis isn't afraid to get her hands dirty, including murder. Geillis is portrayed by Lot Verbeek in the Outlander series. Continuing with Robert Cameron. Rob Cameron resides in the 20th century, where he is an employee at North of Scotland Hydroelectric Board and a colleague of Brianna. He is considered to be a handsome man. Rob is portrayed by Chris Fulton in the Outlander series. Following, Benedict Arnold. Benedict Arnold is a real-life historical figure and an American military officer who served during the Revolutionary War. As longtime fans know, Gabaldon loves to weave as much real-life detail into her stories as she can, and this is one of them. Benedict is famously known for switching sides. Benedict is portrayed by Rob Hallett in the Outlander series. And at last, Mercy Woodcock. In An Echo in the Bone, Henry Grey, the son of Hal Grey, the older brother of John Grey, is captured by the Patriots and wounded. The Patriots need to keep him alive because he's obviously valuable, but his injury prevents him from eating. The Patriots decide to send him to the Woodcocks, and Mercy Woodcock is the wife of Walter Woodcock. Mercy is portrayed by Gloria Obiano in the Outlander series. And that's all we've got for now. What do you think will happen in the upcoming Season 7 of Outlander? Are you excited to see some old familiar faces, or are they only going to be trouble? Let us know in the comments what you think, and thank you for watching!